Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. I can tell you good morning. I just remember it's 1 o'clock. This is not a morning video. This is actually a truly legit afternoon video because I was busy and I could only come at 1. It was like 1 o'clock or nothing, so I decided it's better to do 1 o'clock. So here I am. I hope you all are having a good morning or evening-ish. It's getting there. It's getting there. And today we have tarot. Hello, AB. AB. Good morning or good afternoon. How you doing, my dear friend? I do not have coffee today, and I do not have any beverage today because I was not fully prepared, I guess. Anyway, I hope you all are doing good. By the way, Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González. And I just realized I still have my hair up because I took a shower. And when we don't do hair, we have to put it up. But here are the trenzas. So today we're going to do the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. We are going to do the Unbridled Spirit tarot. We are going to do the Halloween Oracle. We are going to do the Bee tarot. And we're also doing the Hocus Pocus tarot. So welcome everybody, and let's do this. Let's do this. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. I invite you all to take a deep breath, to ask the divine that they let us see what we need to see, to use that information for the greater good, to guide us and to heal us into the end of September, beginning of October, proper Halloween time. So what are the Hocus Pocus ladies telling us? We have the Three of Candles. Hello, Masasmundo. How are you, my darling? So the Three of Candles, which will be the equivalent of the Three of Wands, and this one is telling us that we can create. We have a blank slate. We can start over. We can make this world ours. We can do whatever the heck we want because we have the full potential to create and the ability to create. You know, remember that every time you project something, you do something, you create something, you write something, you do your makeup, you do your hair, whatever, you are in a creative mode. So this one is reminding us that we have both the spark and the ability of creation. So that's our first card for today from the Hocus Pocus Oracle. And let's see. Hello, Rainbow Wolf. Rainbow Wolf sending hearts. Be right back, but the first card hit. Occult Martha Stewart is in the house. Occult Martha Stewart. Rainbow Wolf. Are you Tane? Or are you Megan? I think I can see your photo, but I cannot really see your photo. And Occult Martha Stewart, my former apprentice from 2017, I think. Michelle. Hey, Michelle. How are you, darling? All right. Let's see what the Bee Tarot has for us today. We did have community circle last night. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was intimate. It was um, rejuvenating. It was replenishing. It was peaceful. It was lovely. It really was lovely. And we may be afraid to let go on our own. But yesterday we were a tiny group and we were very consciously, agreeably, and lovingly letting go of certain things. So if you couldn't make it last night, uh, we do them every fourth Sunday of the month. And they are all sliding scale, 13, 20, $26, whatever you can pay. Join us at the community circles. I'ma be Seven of Pentacles reverse. I guess I'ma be impatient. Who is being impatient over there? I guess all of us. I want this BS to end. Seven of Pentacles. There she is. Oh, she reminds me of the Chris Kindle market. So this is the Seven of Pentacles, right? And we have it reversed today. So a Seven of Pentacles reverse is telling us the situation is what? The situation is perplexing, for it denotes that no meaning can be found in the matters by which to toil or work. You have had enough of giving and striving so that someone else might reap the rewards. It is time to revalue the things that bring meaning into your life. Cut the cords of tedium and look for redirection. Laura Hisi, my dear friend. Okay, Seven of Pentacles reverse. The situation is perplexing, for it denotes that no meaning can be found in the matters by which you toil or work. You have had enough of giving and striving so that someone else might reap the rewards. We don't like that. It is time to revalue the things that bring meaning into your life. Cut the cords of tedium and look for redirection. You know, when this one is telling us to cut the cords of tedium and find redirection, and the first one is telling us that we can create, that we have the spark, that we have what it takes to renew. I like, I like that. I like when the cards talk to each other. You know what I mean? When there is like a little bit of like a conversation going between the oracles and the tarot and the cards and my interpretation and the interpretation of the authors from the other tarot cards. I find that to be very effectively the message that the divine wants us to hear. And you know, I call the divine goddess, but you call the divine whatever you want. And I think the divine, the force, all that is love, God, goddess, Buddha, Krishna, Allah, Christ, all that is, you know, I call her goddess, Ipandemoa, whatever you want to call it, um, use us as conduit to give messages, not just in this setting, but in every setting. You know, there's always something that someone say, and it clicks on you, and I think that's divine intervention. And some of you have heard me say we're all influencers. We're all influencers. We all influence each other, right? We all influence each other, and it's a beautiful thing because that's what community is about. Okay, Halloween card. Here comes Kiki Quintana. Kiki Quintana. She gets her song. Why does Kiki Quintana get the song? Because she has a very nice name. It has a ring to it. It's playful. Kiki Quintana. So today we have forgiveness. Forgiveness. Reducing burden. That's the meaning of the card. Where is the forgiveness? Here it is. Let me put my glasses on. Kiki says, I look forward to it. The name is so funny that I have to just sing along to it. Kiki Quintana. Okay, if you have chosen this card, think about how it is that you could be forgiven, and that includes yourself. Boom. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny. But to hold a grudge is to drink poison and think that the other person will die. This one really slapped us in the face. That's why it's a flower in a hand, because it's a slap. A lovingly slap from the divine, saying, if you have chosen this card, think about who it is that you could be forgiven, and that includes yourself. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny, but to hold a grudge is to drink poison and think that the other person will die. Let's not do that. You know, when I forgave my main abuser, the person that mainly abused me for many, many years, when I forgave them finally, um, they just stopped living in my head for free, you know? They were on my dreams, they were on my thoughts, they were on my almost every action. And I'm like, what the heck? That's like living free on my head without paying rent. And it's not like I forgive them to let them in again, because you don't forgive to let people in. You forgive to give them the final notice and to find peace on your own, you know. Anyway, talking about the dead, I'm a Cancer. Once they're done, they're done and they're dead to me. They're not dead, but they're dead to me. Yes, I'm a Cancer. I'm that extreme. Once I'm done, I'm done. Cars hitting hard this Monday, says Regisi. They are hitting hard, but you know why? I think because we are strong enough to hear the messages and because we can use the divine messages to move forward, to be strong, to just do the thing, you know. Speaking of doing the thing and being strong, and you know how strong things are coming. October is here. October is like 1-2 steps into our lives, and even though I'm not doing a whole lot of events outside on October, there will be 2 free podcasts that I'm doing. Um, the one I'm doing is for EBSAT. It's going to be online. It's going to be on YouTube. And I'm going to be talking very briefly about Day of the Dead. It's a 30-minute podcast spot that I'm going to be doing. And the other one is towards the end of the month, and it's called As the Veil Thins. And there's going to be, I think, 4 different speakers that you can find on the YouTube channel of Granddaughter Crow. She's going to have 4 speakers that are going to be, you know, talking about different themes of the season, Samhain and other things. And I am, of course, going to be talking about Day of the Dead. Um, you know, and it's my honor always to work with Granddaughter Cross. She is amazing. My sister cousin, another indigenous woman on the pagan sphere, which there are so many, right? And hello, Yoga Stoned. And so you guys go to bluewitch.org, look in the calendar, all the details are there. I'm also doing readings at home, I'm doing cleansings. This is the time to go get your energy cleansing and to, you know, start anew on the new season. Um, yeah, lots and lots of stuff on bluewitch.org that Andrea is working tirelessly to make look nice. Let's see what the unbridled spirit, and we have, who is this? The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups today for the unbridled spirit, and it came right side up. So there it is, the Page of Cups. Yes, Yoga Stone, the colonizing the goddess on the 12th. We are going to be talking about Ixcuinan-Tlazolteotl, you know, tying with the season of releasing, letting go, fall, etc. From an indigenous perspective. All right, my dears, this is Unbridled Spirit, Page of Cups. A magnificent pony unicorn has carried her heroine thousands of miles to an enchanted river to rescue a golden fish from evil clutches. Ah, the kingdom shall rejoice in its safe return. Take part in the fantasy of the spirit of Page of Cups. View the world around you with the wonder and awe your inner child will see. Allow that perspective to let you see fresh opportunities and let your imagination and creativity lead you on new adventures. Let nothing dash your hopes and dreams. Thank you, Goddess. I hope and I dream of a time when my people is free. I dream and I hope for a time when my people is free. I dream and I hope for a time when my people is free. So, Unbridled Spirit, message of the Page of Cups. A magnificent pony unicorn has carried her heroine thousands of miles to an enchanted river to rescue a golden fish from evil clutches. The kingdom shall rejoice in its safe return. Take part in the fantasy of the spirit of the Page of Cups. View the world around you with the wonder and awe your inner child will see. Allow that perspective to let you see fresh opportunities and let your imagination and creativity lead you on new adventures. Let nothing dash your hopes and dreams. There you have it. We have one more card for today. And yes, Yogan Stone, we have Decolonizing the Goddess on October 12th. We're going to be talking about Ixcuinan-Tlazolteotl. And we also have Decolonizing the Goddess year 1. All the classes are there for you to take on your own pace, you know. And you can sign up for all year 1. And I think you can do 2 payments and then just watch them as you go. And then you can still sign up for year 2 for the whole year. And then you can keep catching up on the videos at your own pace. And then you can keep coming to the live classes if you wish. Or buy them on demand, class per class per class per class. But we also have a tarot um, series. It's a 9-hour class of tarot divination, major arcana, lesser arcana. It's an introductory, course. And we also have the spells series from 2023. And you know what, folks? I'm really not working that much this year because, Yahtzees. But all those classes are there. They're only $30 each. If you buy one class here and there, that helps me tremendously. And if you cannot buy any of my classes or any of my services right now, I promise you, no tip is too small. Okay? So you can tip me at Venmo at bluewitch, Cashapp $0 bluewitch1, or Zelle bluewitch at bluewitch.org, and anything and everything helps, because of the times. And I don't need to explain to you why I haven't been going out to do a lot of work. You know why. I'm very lucky and very privileged to actually see my clients at home. Anyway, hello, Tanya. Tanya Lingo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Last card for today. We're going to do Nightmare Before Christmas. We're closing with the best at the end. Because I love me some Jack Skellington. Long time ago, my password for, I think it was for Facebook, or it must have been for Google, my old Google. My password was Mrs. Skellington. Hello, Dancy Nancy. My lovely, lovely Dancy Nancy. So we have the Four of Presents, which will be like a Four of Pentacles. And this card is talking about stability. It's talking about being grounded. It's talking about knowing your place and claiming our space and claiming our place. And um, we've been talking about displacement and feeling a little bit uh, new endings, new beginnings, new creation, etc. Right? And the Four of Presence is telling us that we are going to land on our feet. We're going to be grounded. Things are going to be okay. And one of my favorite sayings, and it's not spiritual bypass, and it's just the truth and the reality, right? At the end, everything will be okay. And if it's not okay, it's because it's not the end. You know, it's a little bit of a play in words, but I think it's fantastic. Everything will be okay at the end. If it's not okay yet, it's because it's not the end yet. And this Four of Presence is telling us that we are grounded, that we are going to be able to create, to produce, to maintain, to regain, and to um, amass some kind of wealth, some kind of stability, some kind of um, sense of security, not just financially, but health wise, wealth wise. You know, it's like we're finding that spot in which we feel comfortable, you know. And remember, it's comfortable for now, right? And then things happen again, and you know, life changes, and the wheel never stops. The wheel continues going around and around and around. That is life. That is life. I always tell my students, when is the work done? And the work is done when you draw your last breath. That's when you're done working. Not necessarily because somebody was telling me, oh my God, is you need to become better and better and self-actualize every day. Not necessarily you have to change to your core, but your life work, the work on you, the work on making it better for you and brighter and happier and joyful, that work never ends. Hopefully, you'll be working every single day to be better. And if you have any kind of pain, take some acetaminophen. I'm a migrant. English is my second language. And when my sciatic nerve hits, I take me some acetaminophen. How about you? Do you take some acetaminophen? If you don't survive because you have the will to survive, survive because you have, uh, how do they say, out of spite. Do it out of spite. I like doing this heart now. It's because it's the anatomic heart. Look at Rainbow Wolf. I love that you got it. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. You guys are a beautiful community. I'm very honored to be part of the Blue Witch community with you. Thank y'all. See you Wednesday.